not gonna lie, I've already seen all these animations. We're gonna go through them regardless. There's a new game that a lot of people are saying is going to compete with Honkai Star Rail. The new Honkai Star Rail killer. Oh my God. You're really setting up this game to fail if you call it the Honkai Star Rail killer. Yeah, I know, man. Wuthering Waves' first month of revenue was awful now, wasn't it? Here's the reality. This game being so familiar to what Honkai Star Rail already has going on, which I would argue is roughly the most consistently successful gacha game currently on the market, could be very good. I'll be real. I've seen a lot of the animations. 4 of them will show me right now. But if this game takes what Honkai Star Rail has done and delivers it even better, which I'm not gonna lie, the animations do keep up. The game looks very good. The trailer was a little bit mid. But if it adds Honkai Star Rail and it has PvP, I think that will actually make it different enough to have another turn-based RPG on the market. I don't know if it would necessarily kill Honkai Star Rail, but I'm just letting you know that is what people are going to call it. People will call this the Honkai Star Rail killer. There's not a doubt in my mind. Let's talk about this shit real quick. Okay, here we go. Its name is Blackstorm has announced news about Memento White Shadow. I think the name is pretty good. I do. I think the game is pretty good. No weird-ass spelling of a word that nobody's not going to understand. Memento, really good. RMWS sounds good. Or just WS or RWS sounds good. Turn-based RPG that combines classic JRPG elements with modern strategic mechanics. Memento White Shadow offers traditional JRPG gameplay with a focus on character collection and development. Great. You have a lot of catching up to do because Honkai Star Rail releases 8 new characters every fucking patch. Okay, we are dying out here. We are fucking dying. Players will be able to recruit and develop a wide range of characters, each with unique abilities to create teams. Highlights of the game include more than 100 fully dubbed cinematic cutscenes, enriching the narrative experience. Wow. Dude, 100 fully dubbed cinematic cutscenes. Bro, Genshin Impact only releases one of those every single patch, right? So Genshin Impact at 5.2 probably only has 40 fully dubbed cinematic trailers or cutscenes. So this is already off to a really good start. Maybe Paimon will be able to explain what the cutscenes mean after the cutscenes are over. That'd be great. An open world with no loading screens. Wait, this is an open world? This is an open world turn-based RPG? Wait, yo, I didn't know that shit. Okay, so then it's probably gonna be like open world, and then when you find a Pokemon, then you get instance in. Okay, that's interesting. So, Honkai Star Rail, but with exploration. Strategic PvP modes, where players can compete against each other by building powerful teams. Okay. All right. So, open world, which means a jump button, and PvP modes. It's Korean PvP, which means, man, we are about to get our shit kicked in. High quality graphics developed with UE5, with real-time lighting and cartoon-like rendering, creating a distinctive anime aesthetic. This game seeks to offer classic JRPG elements along with modern advancements. Okay, let's watch the trailer, because that sounds insane. Actually, but before we do that, but I'll read this after. Okay. Now, I did previously skip this trailer because it was from a random chatter who I didn't know, so I just assumed it was a Korean bot just trying to get their game on my stream for free without paying me at least $2,000 for me to show their trailer. So we'll do this shit for free now. I always say, in this PvP, I'm wailing the fuck out. Wailing the fuck out. Okay.
이건 잠시 기분 나쁜 꿈을 꾸는 거야. 알겠지?
주의를 봐라. 가디언의 폭주를 유도할 용의자가 너희들을 더 있나?
가디언의 폭주를 유도한
어째서 순수해? 이 정도 급의 마무리. 다들 웨퍼를 소환하고 전투 태세로 돌입한다.
마침내 마지막 마녀가 우리를 찾아올 것이다. 피와 절규로 그분을 맞이하거라. 짜증나네. 전부 걸리적거린다고.
이 일격이야말로 내 마지막 가르침이다.
죽지 않아.
Holy! Go back.
내 마지막 가르침이다.
죽지 않아.
Okay, she's fine as fuck.
사람들을 지키고
It looks good.
죄악을 날리는 성광이
Our general remade?
이 이상 오염이 진행되면
Alright, here's what I'll say. The characters don't look as good as Honkai Star Rail. They don't look as good as Zenless Zone Zero. However, they do have open world. Also, Mr. Pokey, thank you for the raid, brother. I appreciate you, man. The trailer, I feel, didn't show off the turn-based RPG whatsoever. I don't know how quickly this game plans to release. They obviously have a lot more work to do. I would highly recommend refining the character models by a fair amount and then showing off a bit more of that combat. All right, so the CBT, which will begin soon, interesting. The registration page will be available this week. Official announcements, media starting next week. The developers plan to collect feedback from players during the CBT through surveys and other means. It uses information to improve the game. Okay. The team plans to officially release the game before the end of the year or early 2025. Oh, man, that's soon. I mean... All right, I want to play as this chick because it looks like her ass is out. Okay, well, god motherfucking damn. I want to show you guys one more thing and then some animations. What is this? Mnemonic White Shadow.
ニーモニック、ホワイトシャドウ、ブラックストームが開発するオープンワールド RPG。ニーモニックは
It
ファン
looks
タジー
pretty
系のオ
good,
ー
to
プ
be
ンワー
fair,
ルドを舞
chat.
台とした男性 RPG と
It
いうこと
looks
で、
pretty
映
good.
像では広大なフィールドや都市の様子、釣り合うまでの移動に
They got
男性の
fishing
戦
and
闘の様子な
horseback
どが確
riding,
認できます。
boss
本
fights,
作では
cute anime
キャラに
cat
リ
girls
アリティが
with
存
no
在しない
pants.
ほか、PVP やギルドなどの
Slutty
要
ass
素がある
hoes.
ということで、
I feel like the game looked pretty
を意識
good.
したタイトルとなりそうです。ニーモニック、対応プラットフォームは PC、スマホで
And
リ
they
リ
got
ース時期
titty
などの
shots.
未定となっています。
Bro said, where's the gameplay, and didn't notice the 2 seconds of gameplay they had right
釣り合う
here.
までの移動に
Fishing,
男性の
horseback riding, turn-based
戦闘の様
RPG, boss
子など
battles.
が確認でき
They showed it, but you were too busy looking at ass and titties, little bro. All right, so here are the other here are the other ultimates for the characters. So we have this slutty ass hoe who does some violin shit. Reminds me of Sunday. Yeah, rips that. Probably an AoE support unit. Looks really good. Even the pre-power up looks pretty good. Probably change the camera angles on this. Oh, we got Caitlyn from League of Legends. Yeah, like this is literally Honkai Star Rail to a T. It's open world Honkai Star Rail with PvP. Now, can it keep up with the very rich depth of lore? Bro, I don't know what it is, man, but underwear hanging out in the jeans is just so fucking hot. Yeah, so she does a paintbrush, summons the stars, and then the stars turn to meteors, and then they AoE splash their opponent, bro. That's nuts. And then we got this robot who don't say nothing. This shit's coming out soon. Very soon. This came out of nowhere. This came out of nowhere. That means that this game is coming out sometime in the next 4 months. Which, I'll be real, I'm gonna play the fuck out of this. Not gonna lie, it looks ass. We will see, man. Apparently there's another article about this, which I have not read. And I'm gonna be real, you know what? I want to be responsible. I saw all these words, and I didn't want to read this. But you know what? I'm actually genuinely really fucking hyped for this. After one trailer, I'm not going to lie, it got me excited. Please, God, sponsor me. What is this? Remember, White Shadow is a product that was previously introduced as a mnemonic tentative title and is Blackstone's first work. Made a development team of about 100 people led by director Ho Kwon, who was involved in planning of Summoner's... This dude made Summoner's War? Bro, the GOAT? The GOAT of all gachas? Bro, that's how I started my YouTube channel. Are we about to go back to the roots of PvP gacha? Dude, we are entering in leagues of pay to win. Oh, man. Okay, boys, PvP gacha might be back. If Lucari sees this, he's gonna come. Okay, real quick. All right, I'm going to read all this. Okay, I'm now officially way more stoked. And I don't give a fuck if you aren't. I don't give a fuck if you don't care. I'm stoked as shit. This game is for me, boys. Big boobies, PvP gacha, bro. If they have guild battles, if they have raids, I'm getting every single fat fucking whale I know. And I'm recruiting them all. I'm recruiting them all. We're going to take over the goddamn server. And your boy's going to be number one, dropping 10 grand on day one. Oh, man. Oh, man, this could be fun as fuck. Or it could be shit. And if it's shit, give up, move on, is what it is. Don't give me hope. Dude, I'm not going to lie. This shit looks awesome. This shit looks awesome. Okay, here we go. The title was announced under the name Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, based on the style of classic JRPG. It gives elements of character collection development a seamless world and strategic PvP. What? This is the debut work of the up-and-coming Korean studio Blackstorm, Kim Do-yoon, producer Mr. Hyo Kwon. Okay, into various questions. So there's a little bit of an interview. Yeah, we already read all this. We've already read all this. CBT coming up soon. Okay, so here we go. So please introduce Blackstorm. CEO Kim Do-yoon. It's been about 2 years since our company was founded. For the past 2 years and 6 months, we've been working on the development of Memento White Shadow. Okay, so 2 years. Great. 2.5 years into this game, which is scheduled to be released in the fourth quarter of this year. Insane. The development team had initially about 30 people, but we increased the numbers to improve the game's quality. Now we have about 100 people. Amazing. The project was previously under the name Mnemonic, but the official game, I'm getting so excited for this, man. A new fucking game, I'm so excited. But the official game name has recently been decided, Memento White Shadow. As this is a project we have poured our heart and soul into the last 2 years, we'd appreciate your continued support. Please give us a brief introduction to the game Memento White Shadow. I am in charge of the overall development of Memento White Shadow, and a world of Memento White Shadow is a game where you can enjoy the sensibility of JRPG and the strategic elements of a strategy RPG. As you can see from the title, the main storyline is implied in the title, with the meaning of reviving and remembering memories. In addition, you can see high-quality emotional art based on an original story and cartoon rendering and more than 100 in-game cinematic scenes in-game. Insane. It features high-quality graphics made with cartoon rendering and is developed based on the latest version of UE5. Amazing. We are pursuing technical and emotional perfection. We plan to show a unique mood of this game through technology that reflects real-time lighting. I really want to see how they do their cutscenes, because cutscenes are the biggest make or break for me, and am I going to consistently enjoy a gacha game, because they always do them wrong. Storylines are the heart of any game, so what is the story? Popular voice actors are used in the main story, and you can enjoy it with full voice. More than 100 cinematic cutscenes are available to enhance your story progression and immersion, all of which are implemented as in-game productions. Gameplay offers the fun of exploring a seamless open world without loading. Insane. The world changes over time, and we are preparing to allow you to enjoy the various environments that occur on the Dieter continent without loading. Okay. We often receive feedback from the gamers. Dude, I'm so excited, I'm about to puke. We often receive feedback from gamers comparing Memento White Shadow to Genshin or Collapsed Star Rail, but what sets it apart from other games in the same genre? Some people compare it to Honkai Impact Star Rail. Fair. I think there may be similarities in terms of art and genre. However, we reflected a dark feeling in the overall movement atmosphere. Welcome to Tectone. And the field combat part is based on JRPG. Since Honkai Impact Star Rail had not been released during the free production stage, we were not able to refer to other company games. However, Honkai Star Rail is a game loved by many users globally, so we are grateful if it's even compared. True. Good guy. Humble. I think our point of difference is the combat. We designed it to be fun, strategic, while maintaining a fair balance. We originally created this game with JRPG as a reference. Okay. When we first started to attract investment, anime-style games were not as popular genre in Korea as they are now. So it was considered adventurous and difficult to attract investment. We eventually succeeded in receiving investment from overseas and made our debut. But we did not get a good response at the time. Then Honkai Star Rail was released, and we continued to receive inquiries about investment in Korea after that. In terms of fiscal year, we did not develop it with Honkai Star Rail in mind. Cap. As we entered free production and full development in 2022, we plan to create content focusing on JRPGs and current RPGs. When comparing your latest appearance to the previously released content, it seems like the atmosphere has improved. Is there a reason for the change? I will say, I saw a trailer for it 6 months ago, and now the new trailer looks way better. We went through a lot of trial and error in terms of shading as we refined the story. We started to prepare a more careful and deep atmosphere rather than a bright one. Previously released design mainly used bright colors, but we toned down those parts to match an apocalyptic worldview, and as a result, the overall expression of Memento White Shadow was completed. And the subtitle White Shadow black and white contrast effects of boba and lighting effects are more prominent in the game as it progresses to the latter half. CEO Kim Do-yoon. For all Blackstorm games, we use in-game footage to create promotional videos. But the early footage, such as modeling and background, shows content from the early development stages. In later parts, you'll be able to see content that has been developed with more advanced technology. Interesting. How is auto implemented? I think it's not good to automate movement, and it's better for a user to control it directly. Battles are turn-based, but the deck component is completed before the battle. Basically, it's manual operation. But the automatic battle is also possible if desired. Party composition is done manually, and advanced AI is reflected in the automatic battle. Meow. However, to maximize efficiency by talking to the account of the order skills, etc., manual operation is required. So it sounds like you'll be able to control how your teams function by manually adjusting the auto settings. Very interesting. The combat system seems complicated. Can you explain it in detail? The battle system is very simple. You find a strategy within simplicity, but it's not the rules of a normal game that are quite difficult. But the strategies that derive from them, so the way of combat and skills handled is quite different from JRPGs. All characters have the same buffs and debuffs. Since the game is set up as a party of 4 people, you can use all the characters to make strategies in this respect. In addition, there is a guard crush, which breaks the guard if you attack the number of times it indicates. It's intuitive, easy to learn, but I'd like to think about how to use it. This game is 100% following Honkai Star Rail's footsteps. What's the business model? We are introducing probability-based items so you can draw characters and weapons through gacha, but just because a character is high grade or new doesn't mean you'll get better items. Because we are a latecomer, we are competitive in terms of item prices. We are also hope that players will think of the item purchases as an option to enjoy the game so that they can choose and configure what they need in according to their preferences. Very interesting. It sounds like they're going to offer better rates or at least better prices. Papa John's. Gadobriku. We are working hard on optimization. We're about 70% completion. We're aiming for the same specifications as anime-style games that are being released currently, and minimum specifications are based on the widely used specifications. Depending on the device and settings, it is expected to run the average of 30 frames to maximum 60 frames. We need 60 frames bad, brother. Prefer 120. 60's fine, though, because the human eye can only see 60 FPS regardless. Are there plans for testing or demonstrations before the launch? We did a global field test once in June, 50 people in Korea, 50 people globally for intensive testing, and the response was very positive. CBT with 2,000 people around November before launch. I will be one of them. I will stream the whole thing. Each character seems to have a role, but is there an intuitive element to the design, and what are the skins like? We wanted to add a story about the character designs rather than showing the types of jobs. We were expressing a story that leads to the main story. There are no designs for job categories, but rather the key colors or attributes are shown. The skin system is included in the launch version and is limited to limited decorations. It'll be offered in the form of purchases and honor rewards. Honor reward sounds like PvP. Like if you do good, you get special skins. Could be insane. We are also considering adding skins that match the theme and form of events that will give users gifts. Sounds pretty good. Since you're aiming, how much more do I have to read? Oh, Jesus. All right, fine. I imagine that attractive characters are important, but are there any aspects of the design that you focused on? When it comes to performance factors for anime-style games, the desire to play the game arises when all visual and emotional elements, such as personality and appearance, are met. We've had many discussions about these aspects and put effort into focusing on attractive points and expressions. We tried to give each character a different charm. We also put a lot of effort into stimulating each character's user sensibilities. After playing Genshin and learning about the characters in the story, I wanted one. The design of our game is focused on the individuality and the story of the characters. What are the elements and methods of the character growth? It is divided into internal and external elements. It includes leveling and awakening. You can equip set, equipment, etc. Makes sense? So you're going to be using your regular items, your relic sets, your violent runes, is what it is. Is there anything you can relate to with the characters? There's a favorability system linked to character quest, and we are planning to expand it in the future. However, there's no messenger function that allows direct dialogue. To increase favorability, you need to have a lot of conversation and gift dishes, and also effective progress through quests together. I'm assuming this means that you can fuck the characters, but I don't want to get too excited for that. Korean anime-style game users don't like PvP, so how will PvP and growth elements be reflected? We are taking a cautious approach. We plan to use asynchronous PvP in the beginning and then add real-time PvP depending on user response. Our policy is to eliminate as much possible the direct impact of the items acquired during the process have on growth. Interesting. So it sounds like they're going to try to avoid PvP or pay-to-win PvP. Interesting. All right. So that kind of sounds like you set up your team to have an auto defense, and then you can attack it. So the same way that Cookie Run Kingdom does, which personally I don't mind at all. But it sounds like RTA, real-time arena, could be added in a later update, which is fine. So it's arena mode. I actually like arena mode, personally. I think it's a lot of fun. It lets lower spenders be able to abuse bad AI, which lets them place higher if they're more consistent with it. Once you've played the story, there's often nothing left to do. How often do you update the story? Small updates will be released every 3 weeks, but large updates with a chapter will be released every 3 months. Interesting. We have some pre-created content, so we'll be making adjustments as we go. Okay. So like every 3 weeks, there's a patch, and then a mega patch is released every 3 months. It's gonna depend on what they mean by 3 weeks. Now, this could be Mega Doom, or one could argue that these small updates are kind of similar to Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact's small updates that people consider main patches. It really depends the gravity of how big these patches are. 3 months is too much? Sure, 3 months, I agree, is too much. However, if there's mini updates every 3 weeks, then it might just be fine, guys. It might just be fine, but we'll see. Because it's 3 months and 3 weeks, but it depends what the small updates means. In terms of system, it's important to know how and when to use skills, although it is also taken into account that there may be intrusions with other changes. I think that the complexity will increase more than strategy. The choice of skills is the key. Since there is only one skill, it is a system that uses common resources and is upgraded depending on how much resources are invested. This is the core of the strategy. What kind of exploration elements are there in the open world? We are very careful in using the term open world because users have high expectations. We are providing somewhat restricted world. In the field, we will place puzzle elements that utilize attributes and gimmicks, and we also plan to add elements such as gathering, hunting, fishing, okay? This will be the first mobile game where turn-based battles begin instantly when you encounter an enemy, so there's a lot of restriction on the terrain, okay? Is there a possibility that characters will be nerfed? To avoid this, I think it is important to design well. Users are very sensitive to character balance. Therefore, we intend to set a cycle of balance adjustments rather than nerfs, reducing abilities. If unintended adjustments are made, it will be necessary to reduce abilities or provide alternatives. It is important to understand the whole picture rather than strengthening one character. It will be important to use comic technology and prioritize cooperation between characters. How much playtime per day? For a light user, daily quests take less than 15 minutes to complete. If you progress through the story, after that you can enjoy more content depending on your preferences. Interesting. One last word. Rather than a game that makes money, we want to create a game that many users can enjoy for a long time. Providing truly fun, long-lasting games is Blackstorm's basic policy. We hope that many users will love it. In terms of art, we go through a lot of trial and error before we create a character. We will continue to prepare updates while thinking about what kind of game we can provide to our users, so please stay tuned. This is a good opportunity for me to create a genre that I've always wanted to create. It will take a little while for it to come to fruition, but I hope that many people will continue to love it for a long time. I hope this will be an opportunity for us to expand our original IP in various ways in the future. You're trying to make money, you're making a gacha game, buddy. That's the truth, buddy. Okay? You're trying to make money, and you know what? I'm here for it. I don't care. Give me a good game, and I will spend money on it. I don't give a fuck. I am now horrifically excited for this game. I cannot wait for Huang Dong to tell me sweet lies. I can't fucking wait. Huang Dong, tell me fucking lies, buddy. I'm gonna play the fuck out of this game.